Hey there. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Blind Buys. I really appreciate you spending some time with me as we open another fragrance together. The weather here in New York has been a little bit chilly, so I think we can open something that's perhaps a little on the thicker side, but still summer oriented. I don't 100% know if this one is actually going to hit that mark. We're going to have to see. Based on the original Polo Blue, which is, like an aquatic, fresh sort of scent. Perhaps I think this one is going to be a bit thicker, sitting a little closer to the skin, but being just a general bit heavier. You saw the title. We're not going to jabber on too long. We are doing Polo Blue Parfum. Now, I got this gift set from Macy's, I do believe, and you're going to have to find out in the second half of the video where I do perfumer, batch code, housekeeping, where I got it, what I paid for it, projection, longevity, and all sorts of closing thoughts on the fragrance. So if you're not kicking it around for the entire video, you're, missing out on actually most of the important information. First half is just a first impression. So you can see this box is a little destroyed already. This is how it came from Macy's, I believe, is where I got it from. So presentation, not all that great, really. Imagine getting this for your birthday or Christmas and it's like just already destroyed and damaged. That's kind of cheesy. There's nothing holding this top on. So I have actually cheated a little bit and I have opened this box prior because I was a little interested in how this is actually presented. This is, I believe, a 4.2 ml or a 4.2 ounce, not milliliters. That'd be insane. 4 milliliters would be nothing. This is a 4.2 ounce bottle, and this is a 1.3 ounce bottle, I do believe. Show you on the back of the box here. Maybe you can read that. But it says this 4.2 is just a refill. So this 1.3 is apparently the spray bottle, and this is just a decant, a massive decant. So apparently you're supposed to fill this from that when this is complete using this tiny little funnular guy. Just a little funny little funnel. So that's about a tenth of a penny worth of metal. So that's great. That's very nice. Very high quality funnel they give you. So we'll just go ahead and pop the 1.3 out. And we'll pop the 4-point deuce out. 4-point, oh sheesh. The 4-point deuce. Cap did not want to come out with it. I'll set that off to the side. This is cheese ball. Okay, this is cheese ball, guys. This has a sprayer on the 4.2. See that? And the atomizer is actually sort of facing the right way. So, why they call it, and I quote, Parfum Spray Refill Recharge instead of Parfum Spray Refillable, I don't know. And in the graphic, you can see they are suggesting refilling the small one with the big one. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the 4.2 ounce bottle, even though I will never, ever go through a 1.3 of this. I doubt. Yeah, this might end up in a giveaway or something, to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to ever do with this. Yeah, sure, we'll show you the batch code. Like I said, you can catch that on the second half of the video. Is that going to focus up? No, it will not. That will not focus. So, whatever. Watch the second half of the video. Not too sniffy off the atomizer. Maybe a slight little bit. Just kind of like shower jelly, bluish kind of scent. I kind of feel like the intrusive thoughts got to me. Yeah, interesting. It just kind of screws on there. It's kind of I don't know. Not super stoked about that. I'm not, like, the refillable bottle thing is just not, it's just a gimmick to me, to be honest. Um, Anyways, I was saying this is kind of like shower jelly, sort of bluish kind of scent already. 1, 2, give it a little skidoo on that third shot, a little hot. Actually, a pretty good atomizer, I'm not gonna lie. And off the bat, this is already a derivation from the original Polo Blue. Up close, it's a little sweet, but in the air, it's not. Let's really stink ourselves up. We don't really have anything to do today. We're not gonna offend anybody. Cap, not impressive. It's on there, but it doesn't. This is like the kind of bottle that you pick up and it goes crashing to the floor. Not super great. Not super great. It's a lot sweeter than the original Polo Blue. Interesting. I want to say there's some sort of like juniper in there. It's green. And we'll use the term well blended to suggest that many individual notes aren't really coming forth off of the bat. But really, I mean, I'm gonna just go ahead and say, like, I don't actually see the connection between the original Polo Blue and Polo Blue Parfum. Like, I kind of don't see it right now, but we're gonna have to sniff at this for a little while. So on our old Fragrantica cop-outs, the main accords are aromatic, woody, citrus, soft spicy, warm spicy, earthy, amber, lavender, patchouli, and fresh spicy. So really, I mean, like I said, it's green. It's dominated by that aromatic main accord. It's not nearly as aquatic or blue or anything like that I would have thought. Personally, this is more green than anything. I don't agree with the citrus. It's nothing like Light Blue Forever or even Light Blue, which we just did, which had, slight citruses, but it was crisp and fresh. This is not. Yeah, I don't agree with that citrus. More the soft, spicy kind of thing. Ambery. I want to say juniper, cypress. I'm sure there's a generic bergamot. Let's see what kind of notes we got since we're going too long already. In the top, we've got mandarin orange, pink pepper, and cardamom. In the middle, lavender, clary sage, vetiver, and jasmine. And in the base, a simple oak, olibanum, and patchouli. So we're going to have to kind of see how this wears down. I hope it gets a little more woody. Hopefully it stays away from that hippie Wookiee patchouli stink. Not super stoked on that. The Polo Blue that I opened, what was it, last October, I believe. It's already been a full October since. I could be wrong. That gets really Wookiee patchouli on, like, clothing after a week or so. Hopefully this doesn't do that. I was way off on the cypress kind of thing. I don't know. I don't really know about that note listing. That kind of seems like the cardamom sort of makes sense with the pink pepper sort of makes sense. Herbaceous and that kind of thing. Overall, it smells nice. It doesn't smell bad. I'm just not super like blown away by it really off the bat. So we're gonna have to wear this for about a week, see if we get stuck on it. Perhaps we will, perhaps we won't. But check me out on the other side of the running water, on the other side of the waterfall, and we will have our overall thoughts for that. So thanks for sticking with me, you guys.
All right, folks, it's really time to wrap this one up. It's been 23 or 24 days of wearing nothing but Polo Blue Parfum. Well, that's a lie. Primarily Polo Blue Parfum with just a couple fragrances at night to break it up. And let's face it, I'm in a black hole on this one, and we just got to get out of it. If you can hear any hum, my neighbor's mowing his hayfield. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have to get this done. It's driving me crazy. We'll get the housekeeping type stuff out of the way real quick, and we'll talk about why I need to finish this fragrance so bad. Carlos Ben Naim returns. He did Polo Blue, the original, and he came back to do Polo Blue Parfum. He's also got his name on Spice Bomb Extreme, Luna Rossa Ocean by Prada, Polo Green, Ralph Lauren Polo Supreme Oud, Supreme Cashmere, a whole bunch of fragrances. And instead of Christophe Laudemille on as his partner for Polo Blue, he got a different person. He got Pascal Guarin to help him out for this one. Pascal is somewhat notable for Hugo Boss The Scent, and perhaps you've heard of him, but it's the Scent of the Woods brand, I believe it is. Little bottles, they look like they got like twigs sticking out the top. That's the only like the bottles are notable. The brand is perhaps not very well known. In terms of batch code, I've got 38W, 21MJ, which gives us a born on date of February 2022. So, not particularly old or anything like that. I got this off of Macy's, which sort of explains the price tag, but it came as a gift set. I paid $93.80 for it. I'm only using the 4.2 ounce bottle in the price per ounce. Yeah, it came with an extra 1.3. I'm not using that. I'm not even counting that. I'm only counting the 4.2. And that gives us a $22.33 per ounce price tag. Not particularly expensive. Not like super cheap, but it's getting down there into the teens. Not particularly expensive. I really wouldn't want to pay too much more for this. $22 an ounce would be about fine if you got a 100 mil for $50, $55. That's fine. 4.2 you're never gonna need. I don't really think. In terms of projection, I thought it was average at best. It did okay on a strip, like maybe a 6 on a strip. On skin, like really not pushing all that real great. I'll give it like a little caveat that I've been wearing it for seriously 21, 22, 23 days now, and I guess I'm perhaps a little nose blind to it, so we'll take it with a grain of salt. I'm only giving this like a 5 out of 10 projection wise, and in terms of longevity, I'm really only saying like 5 to 7 hours. I felt like it did okay, like better early on in the wear, but just overall, I'm not really getting anything like better than 5 to 7 hours. I worked outside. I got caught in the rain. It washed instantly off. Basically, it's not sticky at all. It won't stick with you through showers or anything like that. If that's a plus or a minus, one of the two, take it, whatever. But as for me, I kind of wanted something a little stickier. So in general, this is like it's like a like a dark woody fragrance. It's slightly marine, kind of aquatic. It's blue-esque, it's as blue as the original Polo blue is. Um, less blue so than something like Dylan Blue or Sauvage Blue de Chanel. What I would imagine those Blue de Chanel to smell like. I know what Sauvage smells like. Everybody smells Sauvage. So perhaps not that kind of blue fragrance, YSL that kind of blue, but kind of blue in its own right. Um, but just overall, like, just kind of dark and woody, and really, it just reminds me of something that, like, an upper middle class, boring person would wear, to be honest with you. This fragrance for me sparked no joy, not early on in the wear, certainly not late on in these 18, 19, 20 odd days. Like, I'm dying to finish wearing this scent. I am so bored of it. It is just like, that's sort of skews my opinion, we'll say that, but never did this spark joy. I never really got any sort of amazing feeling out of this fragrance. It does retain the Polo Blue DNA, so give it its flowers for that. It didn't deviate super far off and do something crazy. It's Polo Blue Eau de Toilette, but as a parfum, so that's what it is. It's a good parfum concentration, and there's the tractor. Parfum concentration summer fragrance, but I don't expect this to like do anything special for anybody. I don't think anybody's ever gonna smell this and be like, "Oh wow, that's like the greatest thing I've smelled in the last month or so." No, quite the opposite. I would say this is one of the most boring fragrances that I've smelled throughout my entire journey, and that's just kind of how it is. I don't want to pick on it too much and be too mean, but that's what this whole thing's for. Anyways, buy it or don't. I don't really think you probably should. I probably shouldn't be telling you to buy stuff one way or the other. Hit the disclaimer. If you guys want to see any other Ralph Lauren Polo fragrances and torture me, I got stuck on the last Polo Blue for 30 days. This one took me 25 days. Maybe Supreme Cashmere will take me 25 days. Maybe Polo Red Extreme will take me a month. And God, who knows? Even Ralph Lauren Romance Silver, which is a high school rewind, maybe that'll take me, gosh darn, 70 days. I really freaking hope not. It never should. None of these fragrances should ever take me more than a week, and I really try hard to keep to that schedule. This one just kind of threw me through a loop. It's just so boring. So guys, till the next time I see you, talk to you, or anything else, screwed up my tagline again. Find something that's as unique as you are. It ain't gonna be Polo Ralph Lauren Blue Parfum. Wear it unabashedly, whatever it is. And until I see you, talk to you, or anything else, take it easy, you guys. Thanks.